Greetings, friends. Inside Jacob's mind here. Greetings, friends. Inside Jacob's mind here. And today it's time for me to jump on a bandwagon of hating on someone, which is, you know, what we ranters do, you know. We find what topics are popular and then we jump on them and give our 2 cents. But today, yeah, that's what I'm doing here, just full well, you know. But Nicole Arbour, I found her videos and she's kind of become, I wouldn't say popular, more like hated recently for a video she made called Dear Fat People, and it's not that bad. I mean, it's a shocking video, it's really shit, it's really stupid, but everyone's getting offended by it, you know, because she kind of says some pretty ignorant things about fat people and everything. And while she made maybe a couple of valid points in it, it was just presented horribly, really, and she was just trying to be offensive and edgy. But I'm not here to talk about that Dear Fat People video today. I'm here to talk about just offensive humor, I guess, because she thinks she's like a comedian. Let's look at her YouTube profile. Nicole Arbour, new videos every week, hashtag alright. The official channel of comedian, recording artist, motivator and emoji lover Nicole Arbour. Head cheerleader for life, overcoming the impossible. Go team. So she's a comedian, you know, obviously a funny, talented person. And if you look back through her videos, she used to just do sort of a lot of random shit, like, you know, some funny kind of, attempted to be funny kind of videos, a lot of sort of dancing stuff and everything. But recently, she's just done all these sort of rant or vlog videos where she talks about certain topics. And I've noticed a theme in these, in that she's trying so fucking hard to be offensive. Oh my god, she's really reaching. I can tell from these videos, she is so desperate to be like, look at me, I'm edgy. And that's what I'm here to say. Nicole Arbour, you're not edgy at all. No one's offended by your videos. Well, maybe the fat people and some people are, but most people look at your videos and saying, what a fucking idiot. So I'm just going to take a look at a few of her videos and, you know, see what we got. Basically, in the Dear Fat People video, she talked about how fat people, you know, fat shaming, we should shame fat people because they need to, you know, lose weight and stuff. And I'm like, I agree in a sense that, you know, you shouldn't be proud of being fat, you know. I mean, I'm fat and I'm not like, I'm okay with it, but I'm not like proud of it, you know. Obviously, I don't think it's a good thing. And just some of the shit, she is angry that some fat people pushed in her line at Starbucks so she couldn't get a coffee in.
Oh, what are you gonna do, fat people? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna chase me? Really? You're gonna chase me? It's gonna be like fucking Frankenstein. I can get away from you by walking at a reasonable pace. Fat shaming. Who came up with that? That's fucking brilliant. Yes, shame people who have bad habits until they fucking stop.
Isn't it ironic that it's taking a blonde girl to explain shit? It's irony, right?
Now I'm not gonna have time to get Starbucks. I'm a white girl. This is an issue.
But really, she thinks she's smart. She's in that video. She's like, oh, I'm a genius. I'm dropping some truth bombs on you all. Like, no, you're not. You're just spouting nonsense. Really, full of jump cuts. You, to quote Joseph Buckley, you went to the fucking Ray William Johnson School of Video Editing. Jump cut every freaking 3 seconds. You know, you can't make a point. Her videos are just mishmashes of random sentences and shit. There's no actual cohesive point being made, and yet she's getting popular because of these videos that are pissing people off, which is bullshit. I hate when people get sort of recognition for being bad, and I mean, I guess I'm only contributing to that by talking about her, so, you know, it's part of my fault as well. Now, let's take a look at her video called Most Offensive Video Ever.
A retarded midget walks into the bar. And it's okay, because it's 1992. But
like, what does that even mean?
Keyboard warriors are trying to murder comedy. You need to learn that we all don't need to fucking care about your feelings. I'm glad that you're trying to kill comedy, because it makes the bloodbath of fucking awesome I'm bringing self-motherfucking defense, yo.
Someone's a narcissist. She thinks she's the shit. She thinks she's so freaking funny. I'm bringing all these, you know, this awesomeness. Like, I agree, you know, comedy shouldn't be censored. Offensive humor shouldn't be censored. But she's like, she thinks she's the one who's, like, being affected by censorship. Like, I love offensive humour. But there's no point being offensive just to be offensive. And what you'll see is this video is she's just trying to be offensive. She's not actually... The point of offensive humour is to actually fucking make a point and, like, you know, have some purpose to the jokes. Not like, blacks, people, Jews, ha ha ha.
Bitch, you trying to kill comedy? I'm gonna kill you first. Oops, sorry. I learned that from black people in movies. It usually means you live in a trailer or your parents beat each other in front of you. Everybody's worried about terrorism, but keyboard warriors are the new terrorists. Go eat your Cheetos and jerk off to anime. They just get in there and murder anything remotely funny. Okay. You don't like my chicken joke? Suck my cock.
Now she does this a lot of times in her videos. She goes black and white and pretends to be the audience, like, everything's offensive, that offends me. Now look at all the times she does this.
Everything's really offensive. Nicole, that's so offensive!
But Nicole, some people have thyroid issues.
Oh, I find this joke offensive already. Did I watch the end of this joke? No. I'm not personally a chicken, but I've met some chickens and they would really fucking hate this joke.
My dad works in construction and that joke about the road is really offensive.
You whore. You stupid filthy whore. You are gonna die. Kill yourself.
Like, she's just making shit, setting out, trying to offend people. Like, okay, so you get angry when people get offended by your videos, but you still make videos with the sole purpose of trying to offend people. This video is called Most Offensive Video Ever. That's what she's trying to do. And if you look at the comments, most people aren't even that offended by this video. It's just, you know, people are just looking at her like, you're a fucking idiot, you know. She has no life. There is no comedy to kill here. This shit is funny as fuck, said no one ever. You call yourself a comedian, but why am I not laughing? Haha, she thinks she's a comedian. No one's offended by you, Nicole Arbour. No one. Like, your shit's not working. The rest of this video, she just basically says a bunch of offensive jokes that aren't even offensive, you know, just the easiest stereotype jokes.
So sit your ass back down on the kids' table and eat your fucking nuggets before I tell your dad the shit you say to strangers on the internet. And then he beats you. Like he does your mom. At Scrabble. Oh, you're almost so offended!
I really wasn't.
Blonde girl's making a cute university video. Not offensive.
No, but your video is offensive to my intelligence.
Want a true fucked up story? Here we go. A couple weeks ago, I'm crossing a super busy intersection in Toronto, and a homeless man stands up and starts crossing the street. He looks at me, I look at him, he looks at the driver that's about to hit him. He's looking dead in my eyes, pulls down his pants, pees, and just as we thought the horror was finished, he looks at me, turns around, squats, and starts shitting. I'm like, the driver of the car's like, we look at each other like, shitting in the middle of the road while looking at me? That is offensive.
But she has no originality in her humour anyway. Like, a lot of it's just the same sort of jokes. Oh, your dad beats you. And she has a lot of black people have big dicks jokes. Like, there's a lot of those. She claims that she's so edgy and so offensive. Yeah, she does a lot of jokes about black people and everything, but, like, she's too afraid to even say nigger. And, yep, I said nigger. Look, I'm not trying to offend anyone here. I'm just saying a word. Look, if you're saying the N-word, you're just saying nigger. Fucking... Alright, Louis C.K. Have you seen his bit about saying faggots and cunts and niggers and everything? That's what I'm getting at here. I'm just saying a word. I'm not using it to attack anyone. And, you know, she's so offensive, but she's too afraid to say it. She's just saying the N-word. Her shit is tame, you know. She's not even that bad. Even in her trying to be offensive, it's not even that bad. She's afraid. She doesn't go the extra mile. I mean, neither do I. Probably because I'm not very good at it. But look, if you want to really offend someone, you have to go fucking hard. Unless you're talking to someone from Tumblr, because then you don't really have to. I don't even think you have to do anything to offend someone from Tumblr. Really, I think to offend someone from Tumblr, all you really got to do is just oh, look, there's a potato on the table over there. That triggers me. My father, he was a potato farmer, and he died. He was murdered by a bank robber in the bank. It had nothing to do with potatoes, but he was a potato farmer. That triggered me. That was a weird example. That was a weird example. Now she has this video called Dear Black People, which, you know, you're gonna see the title and you're like, oh shit, she's taking it too far. She is taking it too far. You know, the fat people one and now this, you're just begging for attention. So I sat down, I watched this whole video, and it was just fucking, it was nothing. It was nothing. She didn't even make a point in it. It was just a bunch of random segments and talking about shit. It wasn't even directed at black people really. It's just, here's some examples in the video. It didn't even make any fucking sense.
Black girls, can we talk about your nails for a second? I'm not trying to appropriate and steal. I just really fucking like it. They're long and they're gorgeous. And you fucking stick anything that you find on your nails. This freckle here, that's the color of my soul. When your nails are this big, how do you wipe your ass? Dirty wine. Dirty.
I'd like some jerk chicken, please, but not too spicy.
Shut up and give me a ginger beer. I'm a white girl. I have a very delicate palate. I don't do well with spice. This was made for bland foods and men who make more money than us. Because even when I do the exact same job as a man, I get paid less money. But I don't know anything about inequality.
That's a myth.
I know the N-word is a really bad word, like, never say it. Can you please do white people a favor and stop putting the N-word in the best hip-hop songs? I feel like black people are watching me in the club, waiting to see what I'll do when that word comes. I'm the youngest, reppin', oh my god, if I die. I love Drake. Him using the N-word's a bit of a stretch, don't you think? He grew up in the Juberhood.
When I walk by a black guy, I get like scared that their giant dick is just gonna like hit me in the arm.
You want the stereotype about the big dicks though. That's a good, you keep that one? Black penis! Shit, I know my dad watches my videos. Dad, earmuffs, now. You think you want a big dick, but then it's like when you get an ice cream cone with too many scoops on it. You're just like, how the fuck am I gonna get this all in my mouth? So you do the only thing you can do. Earmuffs. Little licks. A lot of kids are Jamaicans pulling a Madonna. My new album is a reflection of how I feel after sucking the soul out of men. You've been in London for 3 days, bitch. Don't tell me you're on island time. You've never been to the island. You guys are appropriating your own culture. Bitch, you from the suburbs. You ain't hood. Speaking of hoods, what the KKK do and have done in the history of the world is completely fucked up and not okay. However, they are proof that the white people invented the hoodie. What?
Now this video is called Why Abortion is Wrong.
I have a theory that some kids were supposed to be aborted, and then the ones who weren't turned into murderers and crazy people, and people who think Air Bud was not an amazing movie because it was. Yeah, was.
I hate when people do that shit, when they just repeat lines like, what, was. They'd be like me saying, this bitch is a fucking idiot, fucking idiot, bitch. Like, it's not even funny. Why do people do that? I never understood that. Unless it's for emphasis.
I repeat things for emphasis. Emphasis!
I just wait to blow my nose. I can do it. Bloods. Guarantee that kid's gonna end up on Ritalin. On Ritalin. Ritalin. Bloods. Ritalin and blood.
Fuck you.
I had this wild idea that God was telling her to go fight and cut off her hair.
I think that should say video instead of voice, because I don't know what the fuck's going on here. The whole video she just spends talking about ADD pills, like, there's nothing fucking to do with abortion. There's nothing I can really add here. Like, I thought I was gonna have more material to tear apart than this, but really, it's just nonsensical shit. Like, I know everyone's making videos about how they're offended by videos, but I think it's just, she's just a shitty YouTuber, really poorly made videos, jump cuts, you know. Does she think her audience don't have the attention span to watch a full sentence? She thinks she's so smart, as evidenced in the Dear Fat People video. She thinks she's so smart, she thinks she's so oppressed, and she's just like the greatest shit ever, and she's not even making a point. That's my problem. All these videos, they have a title that's like concise, like Dear Black People, Dear Side Chicks, Dear. You know, it's like, okay, I'm gonna make a video addressing this group or addressing this topic and stuff, and then you don't. You just sit there and you just babble shit because you think you're fucking funny. It's actually pissing me off. Like, what? How do people like this get 239,000 fucking subscribers? Like, 239 subscribers. Well, people like me, not necessarily me. I know I'm lazy. I don't really deserve that many subscribers, but there are a lot of people who actually fucking talk about things and present rational thoughts who don't get anywhere near this much exposure. You want to know why? People want to look at a train wreck. People want to look at a fucking idiot. And then I guess I'm sure there are also the people who actually think what she's saying is insightful and, you know, has meaning. There are probably the people who think she's smart, and there are a lot of people like her on YouTube who like, they try to have these sort of political opinions and everything, and they just, they really don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And that is really how I surmise Nicole Arbour. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Now, sorry if this video was a bit boring or whatever, but it just pisses me off, really, how people just don't get offensive humour. And what I mean is don't get is they don't understand how to use it. There's a time and a place for it, and it should be used, you know, fucking intelligently at least, and not just fucking for the sake of it. And that's what pisses me off, you know. Good offensive humour is like, look at stand-up comedians like George Carlin and Louis C.K. You know, they say some offensive shit, but they do it like in the sense of making a point. Or look at any South Park episode. Almost every South Park episode, while offensive and juvenile, is actually a fucking genius social commentary. Almost every episode is making some fucking point about society, or, you know, satirizing something. And that's what it should be, satire. And I think after the Dear Fat People video, she went around trying to claim that it was like satire and everything, but
You have to be really fucking slow to be offended by satire.
it's really, it's not. You just, honestly, I don't even know what the fuck she's trying to do here, but it's working, you know, she's getting a lot of views and subscribers. Although I think to most people she's kind of a joke, and she should stay that way. You should no longer be relevant. Now, I was thinking about making some sort of series where I do this sort of like respond to YouTubers' videos and everything. So I want suggestions from you guys. If you guys see a video that's fucking stupid that needs dissecting, send it to me, you know, give it a mention, suggest a channel or suggest a video. And I was thinking about doing a sort of series like this where I can respond to YouTubers' videos, because I want to get back to this sort of, you know, me being a prick to people kind of videos, you know. My videos have been too positive lately, and we can't have that. Also, I just wanted to say, I finally finished high school, so now my life consists of working and sitting on my ass doing nothing, so it's a boring life. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time.